Welcome to the sixth session of Module 4 CAMS. In this session, we are going to solve a numerical which is a special case. So, this is the statement of the problem. Draw to full size the profile of a cam which will give a lift of 38 mm. So, which is nothing but stroke length to a follower carrying a roller of 25 mm diameter. So roller follower given and its diameter is 25 mm. The axis of the follower is offset by 18 mm to the right of the axis of the cam. So the type of follower is offset follower and whose distance is 18 mm from the axis of the cam. Ascent of the follower by then takes place with SHM. So ascent is nothing but a outstroke or a rise stroke. Okay. So is by SHM and the duration is given 0.05 second. So here angle is not given. So it is given in terms of a second time. In terms of time it is given 0.05 second followed by a period of rest which is nothing but first dwell. So it is also given in time 0.0125 second. The follower by then descent with UARM. So here descent is nothing but return stroke. So return stroke is by uniform acceleration and retardation motion and time 0.125 second. Okay. So the acceleration being 3 by 5 times retardation. So some relation between acceleration and retardation is given, that is 3 by acceleration is 3 by 5 times retardation. The cam rotates in clockwise direction, direction of rotation also given at a constant speed of 240 rpm. So the speed is given 240 rpm and the base circle radius is 50 mm. So this is the minimum circle of the cam, so whose radius is 50 mm. So these are the given data. So one speciality of this problem is both different strokes are given in terms of time, right? It is given in terms of second. So therefore we have to convert it into degree. So first one, the speed. So speed given in a revolution per minute. So convert it into revolution per second. So how to convert this RPM into RPS? So divide it by 60. So 240 divided by 60. So gives 4 revolution per second. Okay, so speed in terms of revolution per second. So like this we have to convert RPM to RPS. Just divide it by 60. Therefore it becomes revolution per second. So next. So what does it mean? Revolution per second is nothing but in 1 second the cam makes 4 revolution. Right, in 1 second the cam makes 4 revolution. So one complete circle or base circle of the cam is 360 degree. Right. So therefore we have to multiply 360 into 4. So 360 into 4. So this is the multiplication factor. 4 into 360. So this is the multiplication factor. So using this multiplication factor, so we can convert all the values which is given in second into degrees. Okay. So one by one, let us consider one by one. Ascent, which is nothing but outstroke. Ascent is equals to 0.05 second. So we have to convert it into degree. Therefore, multiply this 0.05 second with this multiplication factor, that is 4 into 360 degree. So therefore, so ascent in terms of degree, so we got 72 degree, which is nothing but theta O, outstroke angle. Next, first dwell. So first dwell is in the problem it is given 0.0125 second. So in order to convert it into degree, we have to multiply this multiplication factor 4 into 360. So 4 into 360 into 0.0125. So we got 18 degree. So this is nothing but theta d1. First dwell. Next one, descent or return stroke. Descent is nothing but return stroke. So distance descent given in the problem is 0.125 second. So multiply the factor 4 into 360 degree. So therefore we got 180 degree. So return stroke is 180 degree. So like this we have to convert. So this is seconds into degrees. So next one, see if second dwell, no need to find. If you want, you can use the same procedure, that is 360 degree, 360 minus, add all the values. So that is 72 degree. So theta O plus theta D1 plus theta R. So you will get the theta D2. So if you want, you can find theta D2 also. So for this problem, theta D2 is not required. So if you want, you can find using this formula. Okay. So now in the problem, so it is given acceleration being 3 by 5 times retardation. Therefore, we can write acceleration is equals to 3 by 5 times of retardation, or 5 times of acceleration is equals to 3 times of retardation. Like this also we can write. So 5 times of acceleration is equals to 3 times of retardation. So therefore total period is equals to, so total period is equals to sum of the acceleration and retardation. So acceleration is being 5 whereas retardation is 3. Therefore the total period is 8. So return or descent by UARM, right? So in the problem it is given ascent by SHM, simple harmonic motion, whereas return is by descent. So the whereas in the outstroke, so it is by SHM, therefore no need to worry about the procedure to draw the displacement diagram. Whereas for the return stroke, so this is by uniform acceleration and retardation motion, means so it is having both acceleration as well as deceleration or retardation, right? So this stroke is having both acceleration as well as retardation. Therefore the entire stroke we have to divide into again two sub strokes, that is acceleration period and retardation period. So that's why we have considered this return stroke separately in order to divide the acceleration period and the retardation period. Okay, I repeat, in the outstroke it is by SHM, therefore it does not have acceleration and retardation period, whereas return stroke is by UARM, that is uniform acceleration and retardation motion. So it contains both acceleration as well as retardation period. Therefore, so we have to again split this return stroke into two periods. One is acceleration period, another one is retardation period. Okay. So here we have to divide the outstroke and return stroke by 8 divisions. Why? Because in the problem itself it is given 5 times of acceleration and 3 times of retardation. 5 times of acceleration and 3 times of retardation. Therefore, we have to divide the outstroke and return stroke by 8 divisions. Okay, so 8 divisions. So suppose if I divide this return stroke by 8 division, so 180 divided by 8. So each division becomes 22.5 degree, right? 22.5 degree. So next, so out of this 8 division, 5 division is acceleration, right? This is acceleration, whereas this is retardation. This 3 is retardation, right? Therefore 5 multiplied by 22.5, so this is nothing but acceleration period. Then 5 multiplied by 3, 5 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 22.5. So it gives a retardation period. Okay, in the problem itself it is given 5 times of acceleration and 3 times of retardation. Therefore total period is 8. Therefore we are dividing return stroke and outstroke by 8 divisions. Okay, so each divisions become 22.5 degree. Each division becomes 22.5 degree. So now we have to split this entire stroke length into two periods. One is acceleration period, another one is retardation period. So 5 times of acceleration, therefore 5 into 22.5. Acceleration period becomes 112.5 degree. Similarly, retardation 3 multiplied by 22.5. So it is nothing but 67.5 degree. So if you add these two, you will get 180 degree. Add these two, you will get 180 degree. Okay. So next one. So total division of a stroke length. So what do you mean by stroke length? So let me explain the displacement diagram. See, this is the displacement diagram. So whereas here you will get outstroke, this is first dwell, this is a return stroke, right? So first we have to divide this return stroke into 5 divisions. 5. Okay. So next, see, this is nothing but acceleration period, that is 112.5 degree. So next period is 67.5, that is 3 divisions. So this is 5 divisions, this is 5 divisions, whereas the next one is 3 divisions. I will use another color. 3 divisions, correct. See, this is nothing but retardation period and 67.5, 67.5, and this is 3 divisions. So total 8 divisions. Therefore here also we have to make 8 divisions. So in the first session itself, while drawing the displacement diagram, we have explained. So both rise as well as return should be of the same equal number of parts. So here total 8 divisions. Therefore here also we have to divide the outstroke by 8 divisions. Clear? So once this is over, since this is UARM, we have to identify the middle line where the transition takes place from acceleration to retardation. So this is the middle line. So we have to divide this line into again 8 equal parts. But the thing is, here also acceleration and retardation terms will come. So always first stroke is acceleration and second one is retardation. This middle line while dividing, be careful. So we have to divide this into 8 divisions. So total stroke length is 38. Correct? Stroke length is 38. So therefore 38 divided by 8. So we have to divide this one into 8 divisions, this line. So 38 divided by 8. Therefore each divisions become 4.75. So out of this 8 division, 5 is for acceleration. Therefore 5 multiplied by 4.75. So 23.75 acceleration. This is acceleration period. Next. So 3 division is for retardation. Therefore this is 14.5. This retardation period is 14.5, which is nothing but you have to take this length. So take this length 23.75 and this length 14.25 while dividing this into 8 equal number of parts. So next, so in order to draw the displacement diagram, so always the first step is we have to draw the two horizontal lines. So draw two horizontal lines whose distance is equals to stroke length. So in the problem, stroke length given is 38 millimeter. Okay. So next, so divide this horizontal lines into different strokes. So first stroke is SHM, right? So first stroke is SHM, and its angle we calculated 72 degree. This is nothing but outstroke or ascent. Outstroke or ascent. So now we have to divide this stroke into 8 equal number of parts, because in the problem given, so 5 times of acceleration is equals to 3 times of retardation. Therefore 8 number of divisions we have to make for outstroke as well as return stroke. So that's why we are dividing this into 8 equal number of parts. From each number draw vertical lines. From each number draw vertical lines. Since this one outstroke is by SHM, we have to draw the semicircle. So find the midpoint of this horizontal line, sorry, vertical line. By keeping at this point, take the radius, draw a semicircle. So draw a semicircle. Next, so we have to divide this semicircle into same equal number of parts. So divide this semicircle into same equal number of parts. So therefore we are dividing this semicircle into 8 equal number of parts. Then from the center of the circle, to each number draw a line, because we are dividing this semicircle. Okay, from the center of the circle to each number draw a line. Now we have divided this semicircle into 8 parts. So from each part draw a horizontal line. So this procedure is same as the previous case or previous problem. Okay, so from each division draw a horizontal line till it touches the vertical line, respective vertical line. So this is first division touching the first vertical line. Like that we have to draw the line. Similarly, second division touching the second vertical line. So third division touching the third vertical line. Fourth one, fifth one, sixth one, seventh one, and for eighth one no need to draw, because horizontal line itself acts as a construction line. Okay, so these are the cutting point, therefore we have to represent it as a cutting point. So wherever the first division cutting the first vertical line, that is nothing but first cutting point. Then locate the second cutting point, third cutting point, fourth one, fifth one, sixth one, seventh one, and eighth one. So once you mark the cutting points, then name it using small letters. Name it A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. So like that you name it. Okay, then use a smooth curve. Join all the cutting points. Use smooth curve, join all the cutting points. So next one is first dwell, so which is 18 degree. So here while locating the strokes, take suitable scale. Okay, so take suitable scale and locate the different strokes. So next one is the first dwell, which is 18 degree. It is given in the problem, theta d1 is 18 degree. So this is the first dwell. So here draw the horizontal line while drawing the profile of the displacement diagram. So next stroke is important stroke, that is return stroke or descent stroke. Okay, so which is 180 degree. So first you take complete 180 degree and locate a return stroke. Okay, so this is the return stroke. So next we have to divide this return stroke into two periods. One is acceleration period, another one is retardation period. So we have calculated acceleration periods, we got 112.5 degree, and this acceleration period we have to divide into 5 divisions. Okay, this acceleration period we have to divide into 5 divisions. So this portion represents the acceleration period. Next, so remaining portion is for retardation period, which is 67.5 degree, and we have to divide this portion into 3 divisions. Okay, so this portion should be 5 divisions, whereas this one 3 divisions. So once this much is over, so next divide this portion into 5 divisions, but while numbering it should be in the reverse order. So 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, like this you have to divide. Okay, similarly for retardation, 3 divisions, So 0, 1, 2, 3. Like that we have to divide from the right hand side. So from each number draw lines, vertical lines like this. Okay, so once this much is over, next, so coming to the follower stroke, that is the transition takes place from acceleration to retardation. See number 3, the line number 3 represent the transition from acceleration to retardation. So we have to divide this line into 8 equal number of parts. So before that, locate the acceleration period. See this portion represents the acceleration period, that is 23.75 millimeter. We have to divide this acceleration period into 5 divisions. Next, the remaining portion is okay, divide this one first, 5 divisions. Next, remaining portion is the retardation period, which is 14.25 millimeter. So divide this portion into 3 divisions like this. So divide this portion into 3 division, whereas the upper portion, which is acceleration period, we have to divide this by 5 divisions. Okay, now we have to identify the corner points. See now the follower is at dwell period, right? So at the end of dwell period, this is the beginning of the return stroke. Therefore, this is one corner point. Next, this is the end of the return stroke. This is another corner point. So these are the two opposite corner point we have to select. So from the corner point, so draw a first line, draw the second line, and draw the third line. Only 3 lines from this corner. Okay, next from this corner draw 5 lines like this. To each number we have to draw a line from the corner. So 3 lines from this corner and 5 lines from this corner. Okay, so wherever the first line cuts the first vertical line, that is the first cutting point. Similarly, this is the second cutting point because second line cutting the second vertical line. Then third line cutting the third vertical line. This is the third cutting point. Next, fourth one, fifth one, sixth one, seventh one, and this is eighth one. So these are the cutting points, so which we obtained by using UARM method, that is uniform acceleration and retardation method. Now using smooth curve, before that name it using small letters, then use smooth curve and join all the cutting points like this. Use a smooth curve, join all the cutting points. Okay, so this completes the return stroke. Then remaining portion is the dwell. So if you want, you represent it, or else no need to worry about it. So this is the dwell period, second dwell period. So simply draw a horizontal line. Okay, so in exam also, uh, just show the angle, that is 112.5 degree, like that you show. No need to show this 5 divisions, 3 divisions. This is for your reference. Here also you just show the length, how much we got acceleration period 23.75, that's it. Retardation period is 14.25, that's it. So no need to represent this 3 divisions, 5 divisions. This is for your reference. So next step is we have to draw the cam profile. So to draw the cam profile, first of all, we have to understand whether it is a radial follower or offset follower. So in the problem it is given clearly it is a offset follower and 18 mm offset from the axis of the cam towards the right. And the cam is rotating in clockwise direction, therefore we have to divide the strokes in the anti-clockwise direction, opposite direction. So first step we have to draw the base circle. So radius of this base circle given in the problem is 50 mm. Okay, radius of the base circle is 50 mm. So next draw vertical line and horizontal line for reference. Next, draw the offset circle whose radius is equals to 18 mm. From the same center, concentric circle, draw a 18 mm radius. So take 18 mm radius, draw a small circle. Okay, then tangent to this small circle, draw a vertical line in upward direction. Tangent to this small circle, draw a vertical line in upward direction. So then we have to place the roller follower. So here we have to place the roller follower. So it should touch the base circle. Circle of the roller should touch the base circle. So like that we have to place the roller. So roller radius is 12.5. Diameter is 25 mm. It is given in the problem. Therefore take radius 12.5 and draw a roller. Okay. So once we locate the follower, next we have to draw the prime circle. Since it is a roller follower, in order to divide the circle into a different stroke, we have to consider prime circle as a reference circle. So draw prime circle. So prime circle is nothing but circle which is passing through the center of the roller. Circle which is passing through the center of the roller is nothing but prime circle. Okay, so draw prime circle. So this is prime circle. So then in order to divide this prime circle into different stroke, we need one reference line, right? So draw a reference line from the center of the roller to the center of the circle. From the center of the roller to the center of the circle, draw a dotted line. This is the reference line. So with respect to this reference line, we are going to divide this circle into different strokes. Okay. So first stroke is outstroke or ascent. Right. So this is 72 degree. So measure 72 degree from the reference line. This is the reference line. From this reference line, measure 72 degree, draw a line. So this portion represents the outstroke or ascent. So next one is 18 degree, which is first dwell. So measure 18 degree from this line and draw a line. So this is the first dwell. This period represents the first dwell. So next one is return stroke, which is 180 degree, right? So the return stroke 180 degree again divided into two period, acceleration period and retardation period. So first one is acceleration period, which is 102.5 degree. See here also be careful while splitting. We have to divide into two periods again, acceleration period and retardation period. So acceleration period is 112.5 degree, whereas return stroke retardation period is 67.5 degree. So the total angle is 180 degree. This total angle is 180 degree. Okay, so that 180 degree again divided into two periods. One is acceleration period, another one is retardation period. So acceleration period is 112.5 degree, whereas retardation period is 67.5 degree. So now we have to divide this outstroke by 8 equal number of parts or 8 divisions, equal divisions. Okay. Now from each number draw tangent line to this small circle. So from each number draw tangent line to the offset circle like this and extend the line. So from each number we have drawn tangent line to this offset circle. Next, so coming to the return stroke. So first one, acceleration period, we have to divide by 5 equal parts. Okay, so first you divide this period into 5 equal parts. Then divide the remaining portion into 3 equal parts. Divide this retardation period into 3 equal parts. So from each number draw tangent lines like this. From each number draw tangent line to the small circle like this. From each number draw tangent line to the small circle. So next we have to mark the cutting points. Okay, so in order to mark the cutting points, consider the reference of a displacement diagram. So from the displacement diagram, measure the distance of 1 to A along vertical direction and transfer the same thing here. So that is nothing but 1 to A, first cutting point. Similarly, measure 2 to B and transfer here. From the displacement diagram, measure 3 to C and transfer here. Then 4 to D, 5 to E, 6 to F, 7 to G and 8 to H. Similarly, for the return stroke also, measure 1 to A and transfer here, then 2 to B, transfer here, then 3 to C, then 4 to D, 5 to E, 6 to F, 7 to G. Okay, so once we got the cutting points, then yes, 8 to H. So once we got the cutting point, then uh, from each cutting point, we have to draw the circle, right? So this is nothing but roller. So we have to locate roller on each cutting point. On each cutting point, locate the roller. Or you can draw the semicircle also. So no need to draw the complete circle. Even semicircle also acceptable. On each cutting point, locate the roller follower like this. Okay, so on each cutting point, locate the roller follower. So now we have to draw the cam profile. So tangent to the circle, draw smooth curve like this. Tangent to the circles, that is a roller follower, draw smooth curve. So this dark line represent the cam profile. This dark line represent the cam profile, and this is the direction of rotation of the cam. This is also important. You have to show this direction of rotation. Direction of rotation.